Hi, Amy, you're live.
Hey, hi Rehan, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're good. You look a little tired. You okay?
Yeah.
Good. So, hi everyone. I'm Amy Carrier, and this is the weekly show that Rehan and I do, where we talk about entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship and career readiness, teacher and coach. And I love this show because it's an opportunity to connect with so many people. Um, I'm going to talk a little bit about the the goal that I have for today's show after I share this link. Not already a member of my virtual classroom. It's called Amy Carrier's Classroom. Please join us. So you can go ahead in a couple minutes. By the way, I'm doing this on my phone, so my computer's installing updates. I'll probably switch over to the computer. Just wanted to let you know.
So, hi everyone. I'm Rehan. I'm from Pakistan originally, born in an entrepreneur's family, and to me, entrepreneur is a person who tries to create something out of whatever he has, the resources, or she has, whatever the resources, and instead of asking for funding, I believe in bootstrapping. I don't believe in funding. So, if you are somebody who you want to create something, be it a business, be it a political campaign, whatever you want to grow, to me, that is an entrepreneur where you take your resources, whatever you have, and then you convert that into the dream comes true. So, to coach you, you can join her classroom on Amy Carrier's Classroom, and you can join thousands of other people who can help you, partner with you to do all this stuff.
Exactly.
So, are you ready for the
Yeah.
introduction, Amy?
I'm still sharing. Um, but so today I see that there's already a number of people here. I'm very eager to get some questions about what people want to know about, what they're wondering about, what they think about entrepreneurship. And in particular, so I do a lesson in my virtual classroom every Monday. And I've been thinking about, and I've decided that I'm going to focus it on joy. Because one of the things I hear a lot, and it comes up, Rehan, you can probably remember this from our previous shows, at entrepreneurship and being an entrepreneur from the perspective of money first. And I know you just said that you believe in bootstrapping, which I agree. You don't need money to start. But people often ask us on this show, I have $5,000. What business can I start? Or how do I start a business without money? And it's really made me think because people are not focusing on the one thing that they need before anything else. So that's what I want to focus on today. And I want to ask those of you who are asking questions to think about this and ask us questions related to this. And that is, how do I go into being an entrepreneur? How can I become a place of joy? Where is the personal desire for you? So, I'm really passionate about. I'm passionate about coaching people, teaching people how to take control of their careers, how to build their small businesses, how to rebrand them. If I weren't passionate about it, I wouldn't make the sacrifices that I've had to make. Um, if I were only thinking about this from money, either the money I have to invest or the money that I plan to make out of it, then I'm not finding my fits, Rehan. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm listening.
But does it make sense? I've noticed that a lot of my students from Pakistan, they don't necessarily come from this place of I want to do this, or because I can imagine myself waking up every day and doing it happily. Do you experience?
So, most people in Pakistan do not live for themselves. They live for the dreams of their families. They don't live for the dreams which they have, so who their mother selected or their family selected. Similarly, the guys would go and do the studies which they don't want, but their parents want. So it's a very family-oriented society, and you don't really matter. Us matters, and because we're not really
The
taught.
group.
Excuse me.
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. The individual doesn't matter, it's the group or it's the family that matters.
This is all in our mind that the group matters and family matters and we don't really matter, but it's not really true. The group mattered, then the parents would actually take into consideration or take into confidence the child, teaching them why are they saying what they're saying. And once they do that, once you align the why, everything else is smooth. Everybody's happy. But because there is a culture, not culture of not arguing with your parents or not even talking to them, they end up having different goals in life and they sacrifice themselves for the greater good or whatever that is, be it religion, be it family, somebody they love or somebody. So it's based on sacrifice rather than joy. So they say that there is joy in their sacrifice, but I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think that there
more
can
fun.
be. Where is your personal joy in that?
So the personal joy can come if both parties or multiple parties would sit down and actually align themselves together with the same. Nobody teaches how to be a good son, how to be a good parent, how to be a good husband, how to be a good wife.
That's true.
School. So you end up arguing a lot. You don't really know how to communicate properly. You don't know how to get your message across without making the other person angry or getting angry yourself. So that because that kills everything, uh, there's frustration, there's mistrust, there's a lot of small little problems which are actually the basic problem, the fundamental problems, rather than the bigger problem because we try to the bigger problems in front of the small problem, and all big problems come from small little seeds of problems. So that's how it begins, and we just cannot communicate. That's something which is broken in the world, that people are not able to communicate properly. If we were somehow connected to connection, maybe we could send more data across each other. But for example, I'm speaking in English. A lot of people who are watching me are not really able to understand what I'm saying in my part of the world because um, there is a difference of language, and then they will go and post something like language. If you know English, you're not a learned person. Of course, you're not a learned person. English is a communication tool. If you don't have your tools correct, you will fail.
Mm-hmm.
So if here Muhammad Tahir Chaudhry is asking, guide me about skills. The skills of entrepreneurship are patience, trust, trust in yourself, trust in the people around you, tolerance or acceptance to be other, to for a better lack of a better word. And once you have and looking at the being empathetic about the problem and trying to solve a problem which is there, which you're not able to solve. If you're not able to solve a problem and try to find people who will help you find and solve a problem. And once you fix that problem, you can charge people for that, and it helps them socially and financially. So that's what I think.
Yeah, I think I would add, you have to have faith. Like you need to know. So you have to know that you're doing something that's not for you. It's for other people, it's for customers, and that requires having some faith that the customers are going to show up, that you're on the right track. But and I think everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Everybody loves this idea of being the next Elon Musk, right? But you can't start from that place. You have to start from the place of what is it that you uniquely have to offer. So do you have a skill that other people would find valuable, that you can sell, that you can turn into a business? Or do you have an idea? Do you have the passion for an idea? A spa, because you think, people going and learning meditation and learning how to eat right is important. If that's important to you, you don't necessarily have to be an expert in it. It has to be something that you're passionate about. You have to connect with other people. So as you're learning how to build your business, you're going to have to learn how to work with vendors and how to do marketing and how to hire subcontractors and how to build your staff. And this requires you to be really good at working with other people. Skills, you need to work on your patience, you need to work on your interpersonal skills, which are a little bit different but related to communication skills. And just know that you're building a mountain. You can't build a mountain by yourself. That's what I would add. Are you there?
There's
Can you hear
a
me?
question on the screen by Fawzia. I'll read it for you if you want.
Yeah, sorry, my phone, it's on my phone, so it's small. Is social entrepreneurship helps underdeveloped countries to progress more? Yes. So my vision for the future of entrepreneurship is that there's going to be a lot more social enterprises. That means a lot more social ventures, problems that make people's lives better. Yes, there's still going to need to be markets and grocery stores and clothing shops that will be more focused on selling a product and making a profit, but we're seeing more called to do. As more of us do that, we are going to make the world a better place. You can make and you'll help to develop and turn your country into what you want it to be. I think it's important for people to understand that sometimes people are afraid of saying because they feel like, or they have to do it the way their government said. Afraid, what if I start my business and the government doesn't like it? The future of this world isn't built by people. So we can, the interpersonal relationship to that, and you can think about how you can develop enterprise that actually makes other in your side of school, like however you're making the world better right now. And I really believe that this is the future of innovation. It's the future of us as a global family. So it's that's the conversation I want to be having here on this show. Entrepreneurship. So thank you for this question. Fauzia, thank you so much. Oh, Fauzia, hi. You and I are friends. How are you?
So Fauzi is asking a follow-up question, which is, can we
Can we
indulge the
indulge the
entrepreneurship skills to our youth? If so, the how will be possible for us?
Fauzia, I feel like you and I started messaging about this. I think that I know you want to teach entrepreneurship to young people, students, teenagers. That's what I've done. So if your question is, how is this possible? It's the same way you teach people anything. Can you put that question back up there for a second? I want to know exactly what she was asking. How will it be possible? Well, the most amazing thing about teaching youth entrepreneurship is they're so hungry for it. So all of the talks that I've given and the articles that I've written, it's all about how basically we make students, teenagers, children feel free, and what we need to do is teach them the very basic skills. You start out by asking them, do they see a problem in the community or in the world that exists that they want to solve? And walk them through that process. They need to work together as teams, walk them through how do you identify that problem. Once they've identified, they work together as a to find solutions, and then walk them through kind of the more specific steps of develop your product, or you need to do some research on your target customer. You're going to need for this, how are you actually going to have the impact through your new idea? How are you to measure that? So it's, in my experience, I tell teenagers, adult members of the business, mentor them, synergy. The adult, what they used to tell me, like to work, I had energized because these kids, the problems. So it's not only that we teach kids empowering their ideas into businesses to do. Fauzia, you want to do for that?
Amy, your voice is cutting off a lot. Are you on Wi-Fi or you're on data?
What? Let me hold. My computer was late. My computer wasn't working, and then it was installing updates. So give me just a second.
Sure. Ehsan Elahi wants to do microfinancing for poor. You're more than welcome to join a training. It's in Lahore. They have Pakistan. In another country, you can go still join them. They're doing 8 billion a year right now, which is a lot of money. It's pretty good. Again, you can Google it. That way you can definitely find them. You can join their team, and all those people who have $1 billion idea are requested to first focus on then a $10,000 idea, then $1 million idea, and then $1 billion idea, because that's how you never become 21 when you're born. You're born. So if you're trying to gain money and you have $1 gazillion are going to fail that right away. It's just bootstrap it. People think that Facebook and Google and all these companies become huge overall. That's not how it works. So study them more and see where they raise their money from. Work hard to raise money. You're asking for money, create your own money. You don't need $1 billion now to create a .com platform anyways. It's very easy to do that. Tiago, Roca, are you able to hear me also or not? Please let me know.
Is this a better connection now?
Yeah, you are. You said last time.
Maybe it's not because I'm having a hard time hearing you. Hey, those of you in the audience, can you hear me?
Don't like the live platform. It's just crazy.
I can get on my computer now finally, so I'm going to switch over there. So I'll see you in a minute.
Sure. I want to talk about me with your secretary. Thank you for answering, recognizing me today, but there's a break and I'm running. Fauzia, all businesses, in my opinion, are social enterprises when there's competition to that. Then they become monopoly and then it becomes a problem. So if you think of Coke even, in my opinion, Coke is a social enterprise because it helps people solve. And if you can't compete with it, we don't compete and we join them, compete and create other products. And there are many other products like Coke in the world. So all businesses are social businesses to me if you have the customer, have the consciousness in mind of giving something to the people.
Hi there, I'm back.
Why don't you answer a question you didn't understand, and then if it still breaks, we will go on Facebook Live.
Okay. Do you want me to find a question, or are you putting one on the screen?
Can you answer Fauzia again?
Fauzia, I see she says my audio is fine.
Okay, how about this one? How transaction from 9 to 5 job towards entrepreneurship look like? I think Jawad needs to hire Amy Carrier as a coach, and then she can keep kicking her butt. Because you keep asking the same question, it's your fear which is stopping you from starting your business. That's it. There's nothing else. It's a fear of losing what you have, and that fear is stopping you from taking any action, and that is why you're not able to enter into the entrepreneurship. I gave you a small little homework. It's in 6 months. Do it, dude. Once you do it, then we can talk more about it. Get over your fears that people will do something to you. Nobody's going to do anything to you. It's only you who is hurting yourself. So otherwise, you can hire Amy. She can be your coach, and she can, help you do that.
Yeah, it's what I've learned from most of the clients who hire me is that what's holding them back from everything, and this is a very human thing, is fear or a lack of confidence. And a lack of confidence comes from fear. So the only way to move past your fear is to go through it. Shahrukh Butt says, lacking resources and have problem in startup. How can we impress investor? Well, it's pretty much what I just said. You have to have confidence in yourself because investors don't invest in ideas, they invest in people. So you need to make yourself come across as confident. You know that you can do what you're asking somebody to fund, and you are educated, you need to do your homework, you need to show them that you know what you're talking about. They will ask a lot of questions. If you've ever watched shows like Shark Tank, those people go up there, stand in front of a panel of investors, and what do? They don't just show, hey, this is my idea, this is my product, and then the investors go, oh, that's great, here's a check for $100,000. The investors push back. They ask questions. They want to make sure that that person actually has the knowledge, the insight, the confidence, the belief in themselves, the willingness to commit in order to do what needs to be done. So if you're lacking in resources, that's not the problem. That's what I said at the beginning of the show. I really want people to think about becoming entrepreneurs from the place of what they want to do. What makes you happy to do? What is it? What excites you about this idea that you have? So if you lack resources, that doesn't matter. In fact, most investors know that most entrepreneurs are scrappy, bootstrapping it, doing it with whatever time and money they have, because it's something they really believe in. Do you want to add anything to that, Rehan?
No.
Yay! I answered the question well. Good job.
All right, so no more questions. We should take a...
Where does Jawad live?
Jawad lives in Dubai. We talked with him on when I was there.
When we did the round robin? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Jawad, you're welcome to contact me. I can talk to you about my services and my fees, and would be happy.
So Essen has an idea. Why don't you ask him?
Essen, your question is, any entrepreneurship ideas for uneducated people? Or entrepreneurship is only associated? Essen, this is the I'm just kidding, that you can't do anything unless you have the certification, the degree, the diploma, or somebody else's permission. So in this case, what you're saying is, I don't have a school's permission to think for myself. I don't have a university's piece of paper that says that I have enough education to do something. And you probably, if you feel that you don't have education, you've probably worked harder than most people to educate yourself just to survive in your world. So I think that I don't know anything about you, but you have more potential to come from wherever you are and impress people with your the skills that we've been talking about in the show, your commitment, your self-confidence, your desire to change the world, your desire to do something and do it well and really commit to it. Those things are not skills that you learn in a classroom. Those are skills that you build inside yourself. So it's not
question and suggestion. Because the voice is a problem, how about we try something different today and live on from your mobile in as a guest and let them speak in your show. Let them audio, and that will make you understand and it will be more interactive. Would you like that?
This show right now?
Yeah.
Essen, are you there? Are you online right now?
A lot more people getting. I think they're bored seeing my face, but they and ask their question. Very lacking confidence. So when they ask a question on video, gain confidence. So that's why I want to do that.
Your voice is dropping out. So Essen says he's here. That's good. Yeah, I'd like to hear it directly from Essen.
Okay, so why don't you go live and then invite us in the call, in this broadcast. So whoever is watching, and then go to my Facebook page.
So you want me to go to your page and go live?
I won't be here, but you will be there, and SN will be there, and I think you rock. Need to see my face. They want the pretty there.
Okay, since the connection's dropping out, I can't really hear what you're asking me to do. Do you want to move our show over to just Facebook, not be live?
Suggestion, because it's breaking up so much problem. I think if we do that, call you.
It's not. I can't hear what you're saying. Can you message me or something? Okay, you can call me.
So everyone who would please join the page, and you can then join Amy and ask a question. I would love to see Parwana, and I will be watching. See you later. Bye.